with yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. Well, it's holiday or winter seasonal beer yet again. The decorations are out, the dead soldiers are here as well, and also a beer from Brooklyn Brewery out of Brooklyn, New York, US of A. Yay, yay, is in front of us. And what beer do we have? We have their Winter Ale, and this is not just any Winter Ale, this is a vintage 2012. That's right, more cellared or aka forgotten beer out of DJ Cellar. Now, this particular beer is a Scottish ale. It's available from November through March. It clocks in at 6.1 ABV and 25 IBUs. Now, this is not their original winter ale. In 2006, this beer changed. It went from a sort of spice, sort of holiday kind of ale to a Scottish ale. Now, in this, for ingredients, for hops, they're using one hop, Willamette. And after that, for malts, they're using Marisodar, Crystal, aromatic, roasted barley, and oats. So I read those ingredients and I said, self, I'll bet you this cellar well. Also, when I look down the bottom, there's no protein dropout or anything out of this beer. So no chunks or floaties down the bottom. So maybe it'll be awesome. And when I had this beer originally, it was okay. I think I graded around like a C+ or a B, somewhere in that, B-, somewhere in that range. But, you know, let's see what 2 years in the cellar has done to it. So let's get the top pop, get in the glass, and tell you what's up with the Brooklyn Brewery Winter Ale. Let's see. Boom. Lovely, obsessively collectible crown. Plenty of smoke or water vapor blasting out of the top of the bottle. As is mega dark fruit aromas. Ooh, daddy like already. Ooh, looks like a nice color. Let's see, I wonder if this beer will be innocent gun-like just without the oak. You know, because it's a Scottish ale and it's sort of a tame kind of beer at 6.1%. Maybe it is. Alright, let's get the appearance. It's a lovely garnet color, maybe a little tiny bit hazy. It's got a good amount of opacity to it. We got a solid one-finger head, little soap sudsy at the top, real tight around the sides, khaki bubbles. When I swirl it, not getting really any alcohol legs, but the glass lacing's already starting. I expect that out of Brooklyn Brewery beers. Now, most of the Brooklyn Brewery beers I don't like. I don't really like Black Ops. I really totally love their Black Chocolate Stout. I like their Oktoberfest, you know, and their pennant ale isn't bad. So let's see how this winter ale cellared is, if it's better or not. Let's dive into the aroma. Right up front, caramel. After that, raisins, dark fruits, cherries, currants, toffee. A little bit chocolatey in there. No coffee or anything like that. It's like a fudgy sort of chocolate, maybe a little bit of burnt brown sugar. And that's about it. Not super complex. It smells sort of like a straightforward kind of, you know, Scottish or English ale. Time to dive into the taste. I'm right thirsty, and I've earned this beer today, guys. Cheers. This reminds me a lot, in the taste, before I even get into it, reminds me a lot of the taste that I got from the Innocent Gun Scottish Porter. Just that oak and that vanilla note's not in there. The first thing you're greeted up with up front is sort of a caramel sweetness. Then after that, you get a bit of raisins, actually a little bit of tart cherry in there as well, which is interesting. No hops to speak of. A little bit of earthiness, maybe that's being driven by those Willamette, sorry, Kevin, at Clemens Homebrew. It's Willamette hops, isn't it? I said it wrong. I mispronounciated. Anyways, I digress. You guys aren't surprised. Anyways, caramel, toffee. The bitterness is sort of like maybe earthy and burnt brown sugar. It's a well-rounded beer. It tastes nice, super smooth, super easy to drink. There's no alcohol in the aroma, no alcohol in the taste. It's got a medium dry finish that keeps making me go back for more. As you can see, I'm sipping here. Lovely glass lacing on this beer, just as I suspected. But it drinks a lot like an Innocent Gun. If you've ever had their Innocent Gun original, a lot less sweet, more earthy hop bitterness to it, and it just doesn't have that vanilla oak component in there that gives it a little more complexity until you've drank other Innocent Gun beers and you find most of them taste exactly the same or really close to the other one. But, well, this beer is cellared really well for only being 6.1% with two years on it. I'm not getting any hint of oxidation, and I suspect that's because they used, you know, quality ingredients, the Marisodar and everything. They help a beer hold up over time. But really tasty brew, and I like it a lot better, you know, cellared than I do fresh. I had this actually at a tasting the other day too, now that I remember, and it was fresh, and it was just there. You know, it was a lot of, you know, hop like hop presence to it and everything, and I really like it better in this cellared format. So you hear I'm kind of digging this beer. I'm not freaking out or totally like geeking on it, but what do we think about this? How do we grade this beer? Well, Rate Beer gives it a 55. Fresh, I can't even see 55. That's way too low for this beer. It's a lot better beer than 55. That's bullshit. But you're not surprised. It's Rate Beer. That's how they roll. Beer Advocate's giving it 82. I think 82 is actually a really fair grade for this beer fresh. It's a B-. That's what I recall grading this when it was fresh, when I decided to put it in the cellar and see what some time would do to it. The yeast esters have risen up in this beer over time. Not as much as I would have hoped. They had that bigger, like, dark fruit character like the Canine did the other day when I had it. In some ways, this almost reminds me of the Anchor Celebration or Christmas beer this year, and that's sort of like porter-ish, Scottish porter or Scottish ale taste to it. But I think for a grade from this, I'm going to give it a B. I'm going to give it just a flat B. It's an 85. It's no barnstormer or mind blower, but it is tasty. It is held up well, so you can tell it's a quality beer, and that's what I think of it. So what I also like to think about is when you guys think globally and drink locally and support the craft beer movement. So guys like Brooklyn will keep making different riffs on beers and make changes after they've been doing something for a while, so the variety keeps growing and we stay interested in all this, because really in the end of the game, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Staying interested in tasty beers and exploring and discovering new things. It's also really cool when you guys rate, comment, and subscribe and hit that like button, because hitting that like button and beer put my happy face on. And no use having a grumpy beer reviewer, is it? Grumpy beer reviewer, that doesn't just connect. If you drink a beer, you should be fucking happy and glad that you could afford a beer and are doing your due. Anyway, so to the next DJs BrewTube, thanks again to each and every one of you for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that like button. And like I said, I said that twice. Oh, and maybe next time you hit that like button, I'll remember how to pronounce Willamette hops correctly the first time. So, till then, I got nothing but a bunch of winter ale drinking love for you, and you know what's coming. That's right, a big ass, a peace out.